he confused about members in his own family? You just saw the attorneys calling for a sidebar with His Honor. Let me bring in our guest analyst standing by in Atlanta, Georgia, criminal defense attorney Kira Lynn Abernathy. Okay, Kira, what do you think of where this line of questioning seemed to be going, and then the interruption there with the objection and the call for the sidebar?
I mean, I really think the prosecutor's still trying to prove that there's so many lies and this huge web of lies that Robert Durst has woven since what he's alleging in the beginning with the disappearance of his wife, Kathy. And he's just using it to further say, hey, you make all these sarcastic comments, you do all of these things, you can't even remember your lies that you have from day to day. And I really think that he is trying to drive that home for the jury. I think right now, actually, since he's backed off from a lot of the personal comments, I've noticed the prosecutor has decided to move on a lot. I think it's actually working in his favor to really show the jury who Robert Durst is in the light that the prosecutor wants them to see.
Yeah, well said, Kira, well said. You know, one area where I think John Lewin asked too many questions, and tell me if you agree or disagree, was when he posed to Durst the idea. It's almost like I felt like he planted the seed that him allegedly having Asperger's syndrome could be a reason to explain his repeated lying and the alleged perjury John Lewin says has occurred throughout the course of this trial multiple times. And you saw it was almost like a light bulb kind of went on in Durst's head when he was given the question. He kind of said, well, sure, why not, or something like that. And I thought, oh my gosh, stop right there. Stop asking those questions, because I don't know that he would have said that if John Lewin hadn't framed it that way. Were you thinking the same thing?
Yes, I agree with you. I could see as soon as he said, well, yeah, sure, that sounds right. I'm like, oh, why did you do that, John? Don't
Right.
do it. Like, oh no. But yeah, I mean, it still shows the jury kind of the way that he wanted to go. But he probably shouldn't have made it that clear.
Right, because I feel like it was like that's an out. You know what I mean? He's been holding his feet to the fire for literally every lie this guy has told. I mean, we're on day number 9 of the cross and he's still not done. But yet it was like, oh my gosh, no, not another open-ended question on this. If any of our viewers missed that moment, we're going to play it back for you now. Take a look.
So you're blaming the fact that you come into court and you've repeatedly lied under oath, and you're telling this jury that you're not responsible for that. That's because you're on the spectrum. Is that your testimony?
Sure, why not?
Do you believe that's true? Do you believe that autism, being on the spectrum, a serious disease or condition that many people have to deal with, do you believe that somehow that makes you into a liar?
Sure.
Does it even bother you when you sit there? Does it even affect you that you are saying that you're blaming your perjury on a condition that millions of people have?
Overruled.
I'm blaming my perjury on what I did.
You perjured yourself, Mr. Durst, because you're a liar, not because you have Asperger's, correct?
As far as I can.
352, Your Honor?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe people with Asperger's lie more than normal people.
Okay, so there it was. And now they are back from that sidebar. Let's go back into the courtroom live.